Alright, hey, welcome back to Car Talks, where I rant, ramble, rave, and word about my thoughts on training, life, and fitness. And to be quite honest, I think it's the first episode I've actually recorded in like 3 weeks. These are all pre-recorded and whatnot. So at least at the time of this recording, it's been about 3 weeks since I've done one of these. Been a busy month. And but thinking about today, thinking about the power of understanding, and this is primarily coming off of an interview slash kind of thing that I did for doing an Instagram takeover for our corporate office. I was asked as part of the interview, just to kind of get to know you kind of thing, what my superpower would be if I had a superpower. And I had to think about it for a minute, because everybody gives flying, everybody gives the, X-ray vision or super speed. But I think for me, and this is the answer I gave, is I think it would be the power of understanding. Because so many times we sit there in life, whether we read a book, whether we listen to a podcast, whether we listen to an audiobook, whether we watch a movie or a TV show, whether we just do something in general, we experience something, a lot of times we don't end up understanding, right? We want to be able to understand there's the meaning behind things, the purpose of things. A lot of these books that are out there, a lot of these, whether it's fiction or non-fiction books, a lot of them have a meaning behind them, right? If you look at the classic example of, 1984 is probably one of my, higher favored reads, at least, at the time, because I think it just really describes our own current society really well. If you look at the meaning behind that, the dangers of what happens in a conformist situation or like a conformist climate, if you look and try to understand what that means, you could read 1984. It's just like an odd story that's, kind of interesting. This strange character arc, but you could also search for the meaning behind things and being able to understand what the true theme somebody's trying to convey. Same thing with an audiobook or a podcast. What is it that you're trying to say? It all comes down to understanding. Ultimately, I don't think you're going to understand everything, and that's okay. You're not going to understand everything you read in a book. You're not going to understand everything you see from somebody else getting interviewed. You're not going to understand everything in this video. But being able to understand something, I think that was kind of the superpower that I thought I would be really cool to have, is being able to understand anything and everything. Because understanding leads to wisdom, and wisdom leads to better decision making. So, I don't know, just an interesting thought for the day. Hope you get something from that. Until next time, we'll see you in the passenger seat.